Have you ever felt like you had to hide the brightest part of yourself just to fit in? Or wondered why, as we grow up, we stop asking questions and start fearing the dark? Imagine a village where the night is so deep, even the stars are afraid to shine. Now, picture a child born with a lantern glowing right in their chest. Would you call it a gift or a curse? Today, we're diving into the story of the legend of the Lantern Child, a tale about forgotten wisdom, the power of curiosity, and the courage to shine. Even when the world tells you to dim your light, stick around, because this story might just remind you of something you've lost along the way. Let's set the scene. Long ago, in a quiet village, night was something to fear. No stars, no moon, just endless darkness. People hurried home before sunset, locking their doors and whispering old warnings. In this village, a child was born, but this was no ordinary child. Right in the center of their chest, a lantern glowed soft, warm, and impossibly bright. The elders gathered, their faces full of worry. They called it a curse. Too bright, they said, too curious, too different. So, the child was taught to hide their light, to be quiet, to follow the rules, to blend in. They learned to dim their lantern, to tuck away their questions, and to walk in the shadows like everyone else. But deep down, the light never truly went out. Years passed. The village grew quieter, more forgetful. People started losing their memories. First, it was little things, names, favorite songs, the taste of summer berries. Then, it was bigger things, stories, friendships, even love. It was as if the darkness outside had crept into their hearts. One night, a storm rolled in, but this was no ordinary storm. It was a storm of silence. No thunder, no rain, just a heavy hush that swallowed every sound. The Lantern Child, now older, felt their light flicker. Something inside them stirred. A memory of a lullaby, a whisper from the old trees at the edge of the village, a feeling that they were meant for something more. So, they set out, into the forest of echoes, a place where lost truths slept beneath tangled roots. The trees there were ancient, their branches heavy with secrets. Every step the child took, the forest seemed to remember a little more. Old songs drifted through the leaves. Shadows danced, not with fear, but with curiosity. Deep in the forest, the Lantern Child met the Mirror Fox, a creature with eyes like pools of silver. The fox didn't show them who they were. Instead, it showed them who they had forgotten to be. A child who asked questions, who laughed at the stars, who believed that light was meant to be shared, not hidden. The Mirror Fox spoke, "To save your village, you must choose. Burn brightly and risk being cast out, or stay dim and let the world forget itself." The Lantern Child hesitated. They remembered the pain of being different, the loneliness of hiding their light, but they also remembered the warmth of curiosity, the joy of wonder, the courage it took to ask why. So, they chose light. They returned to the village, lantern blazing, not to blind, but to remind. The light spilled into every corner, chasing away the shadows. People blinked, startled. Some turned away, afraid, but others remembered. They remembered their names, their stories, the taste of summer berries, the sound of laughter, and, most importantly, the courage to question. The village was never the same. Night still came, but it was no longer empty. The stars returned. Children played after dark, their eyes full of wonder, and the Lantern Child, they were no longer alone. Let's pause for a moment. What does this story really mean? It's about more than just a glowing lantern. It's about the wisdom we lose as we grow up, the questions we stop asking, the parts of ourselves we hide to fit in. Curiosity isn't rebellion, it's how we remember who we are. When we dim our light, we might make others comfortable, but when we shine, we help others see what they've forgotten. It takes humility to admit we don't know everything, but it takes courage to keep asking, to keep shining, even when it's hard. Sometimes, the world needs your light, even if it doesn't understand it at first. So, What can we learn from the lantern child? First, don't be afraid to ask questions. Curiosity is a gift, not a problem. Second, remember that your light, your unique way of seeing the world matters, even if others don't always get it. Third, inspiring others means risking being misunderstood. But that's how change happens. That's how memories are restored. That's how wonder returns. So if this story made you think, or reminded you of a time you hid your own light, let me know in the comments. Have you ever felt like the lantern child? Or do you know someone who needs to hear this story? Share this video with them. And if you enjoyed this tale, don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories that spark curiosity and courage. Remember, curiosity isn't rebellion, it's remembrance. Dimmed light serves comfort, bright light serves truth. To inspire others, you must risk being misunderstood. So, keep your lantern burning. The world needs your light. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.